we're talking about scene painting. Now, scene painting is actually an improv game or strategy that we use to make sure that the audience knows what details are going on so that they can imagine it in their head. However, we're going to use it today for art. Here's the game. In scene painting, each person takes a turn in giving some more description to what you're seeing. You walk into a room and see that it is blue. In the room there is a single candle, but it is unlit. Under the single candle that is unlit, you see a doily. It's the same one that your grandmother gave you before she died. However, the doily has been burned around the edges. Also, the rest of the room is on fire. You get the point. I invited 2 of my friends from the theater department of my college to come and help me. On Zoom, of course. This is Kelly Anderson, with her little niece. We go way back, and we're even in a wedding together. She is an amazing illustrator. Here are some things from her Instagram. It's Linktober, so a lot of this is Zelda themed, but you get the picture. This is Megan. When we were in college, she did costume design and set design, and now she's a storyteller. Out at the Renaissance Festival, she's known as Roisin the Storyteller, and her stories are incredible. Plus, she writes them herself, based on legends and myths from faraway times and places. Oh, but wait! We're not done yet. Not only are we going to scene paint, we're also going to draw what we describe. I thought it would be good to have a warm-up with Kelly and Megan, so we did a single sentence scene first. A dark room with a table.
Dark room with a table.
Well, I've really made a decision here.
Yay, decisions.
And that decision was to draw blinds on this window instead of drawing curtains.
By decision, did you mean shoot yourself in the foot?
Oh yes, that is exactly what I meant.
I'm just gonna keep going until you tell me to stop.
Cool. We really did ourselves in by saying dark, didn't we?
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's good because I think it's also a descriptor that we're tempted to use a lot as writers.
Mm-hmm.
And it can mean a lot of really different things.
Yeah, and dark compared to what? Dark compared to a candle? Dark compared to the deep dark night?
All right, I am ready whenever you all are.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Totally.
All right. Here's mine.
Oh man.
Nice.
Nice.
I like the cross hatching. That's good.
Yeah. You have a door and like blinds too. Nice.
Ooh, I love
table.
that.
That's awesome. That looks so good.
I drew this little picture.
That's amazing.
So good.
Since we only did a sentence, all of us ended up with a little bit of variation between our pictures, but not a whole ton, and not too much detail. So now, on to part 2. Really good scenes that we paint will have all 5 senses in them. Sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. See if you can find all 5 in our scene painting. To be completely honest, we didn't do this next part this quickly. Usually it takes a little while for people to figure out what's coming next, but, you know, the magic of editing.
Good.
Let's do scene painting. I'll start with, you see a dark room with a table in it.
The table has one solid wooden chair.
The curtains are closed.
The curtain rod has one end knob, but the other one is on the table.
The room smells like last night someone ate a very nice dinner.
And yet you can tell that no one has lived there in a very long time.
In the corners, you can see cobwebs only on the ceiling corners, nowhere else.
If you were to walk across the room, the third step in front of the door would squeak.
And far off down the hallway, you can hear the chime of a clock.
If we look at the third step that squeaked, if we were to take the rug off of it, you would see that there is a handle.
Ooh, the handle is a big ring made of brass, and it is oddly warm to the touch.
If you try to grasp the ring, it's also extremely heavy.
The rest of the room is very chilly, except for that third step. Is that good? Do we want to call it good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Ooh, this is exciting.
I'm gonna try to remember all the things we just
I
said.
know. I so appreciate your all's artist perspective, and my like set design perspective is like straight on every time.
Yeah.
Every time. That's all I have. Just the one perspective.
Love it though.
It's a needed perspective.
If it works, it works.
I put the table in a place where I then wouldn't be able to draw the trapdoor or anything.
Oh no.
Doing different drafts is all a part of the process.
The great thing about digital is the undo button.
Yeah.
When I started to learn how to do digital back in like college, when I would go back to my paper stuff, I'd be like, where's my, oh no.
Yes. Yes. Like if I've done digital for so long and I haven't done traditional, I'll go back to traditional and I'll be like tapping my fingers on the piece of paper like, why is this not?
Oh, cobwebs. That's right.
I hope this makes your kiddos who are not naturally good at art feel like it's okay to not be good at art.
I keep trying to tell them.
I am effectively done.
Okay, 1 second. This is just gonna be what it is. I'm done. I told you I can stop whenever, so I'll just be done.
All right. Ready?
Oh,
nice.
I
I love that
like
shading.
that.
Oh, and the hallway.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. I love that. Good.
Megan, you and I had similar ideas.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Love it.
See,
I tried to use
art
blue to show the coldness and the
Yeah.
orange to show like heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like your guys' trapdoors.
Yeah, I love yours too. Oh, with the clock that I didn't even think about opening the door so that we could see into the hallway. That's such a great idea.
Thank you.
So, based on our 2 drawings, which one do you like more?
In terms of my personal skill level, I enjoy the first one more, but the second one was more fun to draw. Having all the challenge of like having to decide where things went and how they fit in was more enjoyable.
I like the second one more because we had, you know, even though we were just describing things, like it felt like it was part of a story. Like there were elements that made it spooky, you know, and so I tried to like put that in the drawing too. Like it's dark and scary and there are cobwebs and there's a secret door and all these things. It made me ask more questions and like be more inquisitive into where this room is, you know, and imagine.
No matter which of the arts you're using your details for, they are going to help you so much to tell your story. Writing, theater, dance, and, of course, visual arts. While I am sure eventually I could have gotten to an interesting picture on my own, it is always a good idea to bounce your ideas off of other people, maybe do a brainstorming session. And you get ideas that you never would have come up with. Because, you know, individuality and all that.
Yeah.
Kelly, do you have any insights into like details as an artist? Because Kelly, you have a Patreon and you are an illustrator, like professionally. Like, tell us about details and olfactory senses, like in visual art.
Visual storytelling is a lot different in a lot of ways and just a lot of fun. Like I'm, you know, just thinking about it. It's like you were just mentioning color. You have the same exact line work, you know, the same exact character setting, everything, and change the colors to make it a completely different mood. Like if it's bright oranges and yellows and it's sunny and that's gonna be like this warm, happy feeling, and you can turn it to dark purples and greens, and suddenly it's you know, frightening.
We talked about a lot more than what you see in this video, but in the future, I am going to be putting together some of the interview stuff that we did that day so that you can see what it's like for a storyteller to think about details, or an illustrator, or a visual artist.
Well, thank you both so much. I really appreciate it, and I've had so much fun today with y'all.
So much fun.
Now go forth and go get detailed. Not detailed like somebody following you, but details like adjectives and more adjectives, like color, which is an adjective. Old, which is also an adjective. You know what you're doing. Just go. Shoo. I'm done. I'm done.